Welcome back, everyone, to Data Science for Everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about updating objects in state with React. Let's get started. So, specifically, we need to talk about state and how it can hold any kind of JavaScript value, including objects. Now, you wouldn't really change objects that you hold in React state directly. Instead, you want to use an update, and you want to kind of update that object. And you need to create a new one or making a copy of an existing one, and then set the state to use that copy. Now, today we're going to specifically be talking about treating state as a read-only. Now, what does this mean? To treat a state, or like any JavaScript object, that you put into a state as read-only. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create up an example that holds an object in state, and it to represent the current pointer status. So what we'll do is we'll have it so like a ball follows your mouse around. Okay, and then but first off, let's actually just create it up so that it stays maybe in some initial position. So import use state from React. Then we want to export default function, and it's following dot, and then we'll say const. Here we want our position. We want a set position, and then we're going to use state. Okay. Now this use state, though, we actually need a couple things in here. We want an x position at 0. We want a y position at 0. Okay. Now what we'll have this return, and here is just going to be some div tag, and let's see what we actually want here. So let's first off maybe give it some, what would we like to do? Here, first off, let's do on pointer move, and actually not pointer, on, yeah, it's not on arrow, on pointer, I guess move, is equal to, and again we have some event. Okay, and then that event is going to have some position.x equal to e.client x, and then position.y is equal to the event at client y. Now here, let's put in the style. And the style here will be, its position here is going to be relative. The width is going to be, let's see, 100 for vertical height. Height here, oops, and this isn't an equal sign, sorry, this is semicolon. And then here we're going to have 100 for vertical height, actually, and this one's vertical width. Okay, then the next portion that we want here, oh, and actually, this is all inside of that div tag, and forgive me. And then here, we are going to go on and put another div. Okay, and we're going to do in here again, style is equal to, and here we'll put in the position to be absolute. Our background color color here, let's make it dark green. Oh, and again with this. Oh, and let's see, we'll say border radius here is going to be maybe, let's do 75%. Oh. And what else do we want here? Let's do our transformation here. Transform, and we'll have translate. And again, if you want more discussion on what we're actually doing here, you can see some of the previous videos that we've had in the past on JavaScript and using SVGs and making up pixelated graphics. So let's also do in here our position again. Oh, and this is position. And again, for our PX. And let's give it some start. So left, it's -10. Top here is going to be -10. Our width here is going to be 20, and our brain's not in it today. Height again will be 20. I have a little extra space in here, so let's get rid of the space. All right, so let's take a look at what this looks like. And again, you'll see here that it won't actually move just yet. So let's go on and take a look. And again, here you see that we have set position here. It hasn't been used yet either. So that's one issue that we have. But we also see here that, again, this specific green dot here isn't following us when it should. So let's go on and see what bits of code we're actually creating up this problem for us. Again, it's kind of a self-made problem, but it's a problem nonetheless. So the major bit of code that's causing this problem is this little bit right here. Okay, we want to actually have the pointer move. Now, this code actually modifies an object assigned to the position. All right, and again, it should be from the previous render. So each time it does something, it needs to update. Okay, and so again, notice here we didn't use that set position. That's part of what's causing all of this. Okay, because we didn't actually tell it to set it. We didn't change the state. So again, without using this state setting function that we have here, all right, React has no idea that an object has changed. So React does not do anything with it. It just says, I didn't do anything. So how do we actually set this up to change? Well, we can cut this out. We can do set position. All right, and remember it has to go in as all right, and actually this needs to be comma here now, and this needs to actually change up just a little bit more because again we don't have position, so we take it out. Oops, and we take this out. Okay, and we're going to go on and turn this into semicolons. All right, so now it's going to be feeding in, and it's what we've done is we've basically replaced position. We had the dot position is equal dot position dot x is equal to this event dot client x, and the same thing with the client y. And now we have substituted that in with the set position. All right, and so now this is actually part of the rendering component. So if we go over, again, well, one thing you see that says successful. Now if I click here, and it should start to follow unless we have some error in here. And again, it seems like we Oh, maybe it didn't refresh. Let's refresh real quick. No, it's still not wanting to work. So let's go on and see exactly where we went wrong. So let's go take a look. And if we scroll down a little bit, we could probably maybe see again, just for clarity's sake, let's make sure that this looks good here. All right, we have absolute, dark green, we have our radius, our translate, position X, oh, and right here. So this is position.x. Here we need position.y. Okay, and we have our left -10, top -10, width is 20, height is 20, and we should be go. So my guess is this is probably what our issue was. Oh, and we can see now, as soon as I came on here, let me actually go back up here and refresh this again. So it'll start in the corner. And see, you can see now that our little dot follows us everywhere we go. Okay, now again, you could use this as for a nice application for maybe making a PowerPoint, a pointer or a laser pointer, something like that. You could make it so that you could use it for games. You could use it so that very similar things, people to drag and drop things on the screen, works in a very similar manner as well. So if you guys like this and you want more of this content, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.